Namaste, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here in practice today. Let's sit tall, invite your palms to rest on your thighs and add any support that you need for your seat. And as you slowly arrive and settle on your seat, invite the heavy bones in your body to release down with gravity towards earth. And take notice of the lighter bones in your structure, going a little bit against gravity, lifting up like the sternum, the skull, keeping you tall without rigidity and inviting the skin to soften. Today I want to share one sutra, one piece of our philosophy. It's a thread, like all of the threads that we study and we follow through, right? We try to follow through as part of our practice. And this one, a colleague posted it, and I find it so much for this moment, right? And that's why she shared it. So this piece says, the practice of yoga must reduce both physical and mental impurities. It must develop our capacity for self-examination and help us to understand that in the final analysis, we are not the masters of everything we do. If the practice of yoga does not help us to remove the symptoms and causes of our physical and mental problems, it cannot lead us onto discovering our inner being and does not lead us to understanding the nature and quality of actions. In such circumstances, the practices will be of doubtful validity. The more we refine ourselves through yoga, the more we realize that all our actions need to be re-examined systematically, and we must not take the fruits of our actions for granted. So this is the translation, let's say, right, of this piece. The practice of yoga must reduce both physical and mental impurities. It must develop our capacity for self-examination and help us to understand that in the final analysis, we are not the masters of everything we do. If the practice of yoga does not help us to remove the symptoms and causes of our physical and mental problems, it cannot lead us onto discovering our inner being and does not lead us to understanding the nature and quality of actions. In such circumstances, the practices will be of doubtful validity. The more we refine ourselves through yoga, the more we realize that all our actions need to be re-examined systematically, and we must not take the fruits of our actions for granted. I find this piece so valuable in this moment to recognize and to remember and understand that this practice has our bodies as the vessel to re-examine our thoughts, our actions, our words. And this moment in history is asking for all of us to check in and to really find our true essence, so we can, in a way, like it says, purify or clear our minds, our bodies, our hearts. In this moment of suffering, I find there is an opportunity, not that I'm validating suffering, right? But we have a chance to look in at our own habits and refine through our practice. So we release the old, the hurt, the pain, and we move towards clarity, towards understanding, towards peace, towards the divine that lives within ourselves. Let's bring our palms together, the thumbs resting in front of the heart. A moment to set the intention you want to carry through your practice. And then we'll open with the Om sound, inhaling deeply first. Big exhale, then breathing in again. Om. Connecting the head to the hands and the heart, the three together. We bow in. Then we release the palms down to the lap, lifting the head, opening the eyes. Welcome again. Thank you for being here. Okay, we move to the mat and we'll start with a little sequence to start opening up, sitting. So we are going to sit cross-legged. And once you find your seat, you can of course add support if you want. We'll start, like I said, this week moving our whole system, right? So you can start on your right side for several times. We're going to inhale, open up one side, then slowly come up, switch to the other side. Inhaling, exhale. The breathing pattern can be natural as it moves through your body, so you don't need to engineer it too much. Just feel it flowing in a fluid way, so it's not cut off or chopped, okay? We keep going a few times. Starting to feel a little bit more of the stretch on the sides. Perhaps one side feels a little different than the other. A few more. And one more side to side. Good, when you come back, finish the last one, don't rush. Then you're going to switch the cross of the legs. And we are going to start with the right hand going towards the left knee. So I'm just going to come this way, lift the spine. It's a gentle movement to create a little bit of a twist, relaxing the shoulders. Take a deep inhalation through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more breath, inhaling. Exhale. Then I'm slowly coming to center, switching sides, left hand to the right knee. 2 cycles here, inhaling. Exhale through the nose. Find that pattern that feels steady. Good, and then we move back to center. Beautiful. From here, we are just going to inhale, arms up overhead, then send them back and down. And again, inhaling, arms up, open to the sides and down. We're mobilizing shoulder joints. Again, inhaling, exhale, one more. Good, beautiful. From here, I'm going to move into the mat and I'm going to take a block with me. We are going to use it, okay? So, I'm coming onto my back first. This is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I'm going to put my block in between my feet. It can be tall or it can be medium size, depending on how your block is, if it's rubber or if it's foam or if it's harder, just in a way that you know that you can hold the block and it's not falling, okay? So I'm just bending my knees to show you my block is in between my feet. I'm going to extend my arms alongside my trunk, but before I do that, I want you with your fingertips to touch your ribs and bring them down a little. So we firm those ribs down. We connect through the pubic bone, lifting towards the belly button, and we firm the hips towards each other, okay? You can keep, if you want, the fingertips onto your ribs or just bring the arms to the sides. I'm going to keep them there so I remind myself not to lift or expand too much and keep that connection to my core. From there, I'm going to inhale, extend the legs. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Again, inhale. Exhale. I'm going towards the diagonal. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that connection at the core. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good. Now from here, keep that connection into the core, send the legs up. I'm still holding my block. This one is a little bit more challenging. Arms to the sides. I'm going to try and draw a circle with my legs. It's a big circle going down, then side, then up. And again to the side and down, side again and up. Keep that abdomen moving down towards the floor or towards your mat. One more, that same side. Coming back up, bend the knees for a moment, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Good, we re-extend and we go to the opposite side, okay? So I'm going, for me, I'm starting on my left, then going down, then back to the right, and back up. Belly in, ribs down. To the side, down, side, and up. Three more and we are done. Side, down. We can do hard things. Let's keep going. Last one, hold on to that block. I know you feel the burn, me too. And back, good, bend the knees, catch your block. Put the block to the side, hug the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. Good, then extend the legs and extend the arms overhead. Feel the stretch and the opening into the hip flexors. They may feel a little bit burny there. Extend, extend, extend. Fingertips away from the feet and the toes. Good, and then we bend the knees, placing the feet on the mat. Roll over to the side, and we press up, we come towards a seat. Good, we're going to do a little sequence here. So first, we're going to come into the hands and knees. Okay, from the hands and knees, I'm going to show what we are doing next. So if you want, you can watch one time, okay? We're going to start by coming up into downward facing dog. Don't do it yet, so you'll see what's coming, okay? We're going to stay here a little bit, of course, to open through the down dog. But once we have that, we are going to inhale. Then we are going to exhale and bring the knee down. Then from here, we are going to open into a twist. And I'm going to try and go and touch down, maybe the shin, maybe the thigh. Then I'm going to come back. And we are going to return to down dog, and then we'll switch sides. So we are going to do like a little flow, coming and going a few times to open the body and to twist, okay? So let's go from the tabletop first. Plant your hands. If you want, you can open your fingertips out towards the sides of the mat. Move your knees a few inches behind the hips. Tuck your toes. Press through the palms. Let's go up, first down dog. Draw the ribs in, pedal the feet a few times if you need. This may very well be the first down dog of the morning or the day. So press through the palms, make your arms firm, relax the head and the neck. External rotation through the upper arm bones, tone the quads, the kneecaps, and send those heels towards the earth. Good, lift through the inner arches, draw the ribs in. For one more breath. And then if the feet are wide, like I usually do for my first down dog, bring them a little closer. Let's go from here. Inhaling, right leg goes up. Slowly, we bring that right knee towards the chest. Hollow that belly so you lift that knee a little higher. Put that right foot down, left knee down. We inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist towards your right. See if you can touch with your right hand the left leg. Just a little bit of going further into that opening. Then we come back and back to downward facing dog. And again, we go with the same leg. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee towards the chest. Lift the knee into the nose. Put that right foot forward, left knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, twist towards the right. Go a little further, firm the hips, draw the belly up. Inhaling, we go up. Exhaling, downward facing dog. One more. Inhaling, right leg up. Right knee to the chest. Push the floor, lift up. Right foot forward, left knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we twist. Catching the back foot, shin, thigh. Inhaling, we go up. Exhaling to downward facing dog. From down dog, we'll come towards plank. And then we push back, downward facing dog. And again, inhaling to plank. Downward facing dog. One more. Inhaling for 3. We go back. And in the last one, we'll take the whole sequence. The vinyasa coming to plank. Use your knees if you need to come down first, all the way down to the mat. Fingernails or fingertips right off your mat. Roll the shoulders. We lift up into cobra. Stay there for a moment. Extend through the legs. Press the tops of the feet down all the way to your pinkies. Draw the navel up to your sternum, shoulders back, shoulder blades down, sacrum in. Glutes are active. Then we exhale. Hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes, and up we go to downward facing dog. Good, big breath in through the nose and a big exhale through your mouth. And we'll go 3 times on that second side. We go slow. Inhaling, left leg up. Left knee to the chest. Lift the knee to the nose. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Maybe going a little further into that back bend. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale to downward facing dog. Again, inhaling, left leg up. Left knee to the chest. Push the mat, open the upper back. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist. We go towards a back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more to go. Inhaling, left leg up. Left knee to the chest. Push and lift. Left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Opening up, firm the hips. Back up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. Let's inhale, plank pose. Lower. Opening up, chest, shoulder blades down. Exhale. Tuck your toes. Up we go, now we're facing down. Big breath in. Exhale and release. One more breath. Good, and then we're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Bending the knees. Make sure you're bending also your ankles, your knees, your hips. Relax the torso over the legs. Release the trunk and the head and the neck. Take 3 breaths here. One more, letting the neck become long. And then see if you can slowly push through the center of your heels, the base of your toes, lifting the inner arches. And from there, lifting into the inner shins, up to the inner knees, up to the inner thighs, all the way to your pelvis, drawing the lower belly up, creating more toning through the legs. And then we keep all that power in the legs, and slowly, with the spine being rounded, we let the vertebrae come up one at a time. Don't lock your knees, push through the heels, slowly up, until we find the standing position. Beautiful, shake it a little. Let's go from here. I'm just going to face you, inhaling, arms up overhead. Lace the fingers, extend through the index, and you can let the thumbs keep touching each other or just one on top of the other. Extend through the sides, press again through your base firmly, firm the hips, and the glutes are active still. Inhaling here, we exhale and we tilt to the right. Chest moving up, firming the hips in, glutes pressing forward. Then we come back and we go the other way. Notice the power in your feet. See if you can even the weight on both sides. As you feel the stretch on that right side, we come back up. Good, and we'll repeat it one more time. Lengthen through the sides, tilt to your right. Push through the heels, lifting into the side body, then back up, and we go the other way. Slowly up. Beautiful, let's keep it for one more exercise like I did this week. We extend through the arms, we lift the front spine. What we are trying to find, even though we're going to go into a little bit of a back bend, I want you to think of it as an extension in the front body, okay? Not so much like bending backwards, but lifting and opening from even the groins and the thighs, the hip flexors all the way up. So we go up, pressing through the heels, lifting inner arches, going up and back. Feel that opening in the front of your body. Send the glutes towards the front, activate them to support the lower back. Then we come back up and exhale and release. Beautiful. From here, if you want, you can take a block. I'm not sure if it's going to be necessary, but you can have it. I'm going to go on to the right side first. You can put the block behind your right foot. We're going to open the right foot towards the top of the mat, left leg back with the left foot parallel to the back end of your mat. We are going to do a modified version of triangle pose from here, okay? Good, so to activate lymphatic system like I'm doing this week, as we base or create that base strong through the feet, I'm going to put my right hand onto my right thigh, and we're going to create like a sliding action, right, or sliding motion on that right side as we move in and out of the triangle several times. So the block may not be necessary there, but we keep it in case we use it after, okay? So from here, I'm going to first extend through the arms, Beautiful. Bring the glutes towards one another, lengthen through the sides. And from there, I'm going towards the side and then I'm going to touch down. I'm not going super far because like I said, we are going to slide. So I'm going to try and move a little further down. It doesn't have to be super low. And then up towards standing. And then again, down, lengthening the sides, and then up. Good, let's go for 3 more. Down, and up. I'm coming towards like standing, right towards neutral. Down and up. 1 more. And up. Beautiful. And now in my last one, yes, if you want, you can go and catch your block for extra support. I don't know if you can see, but I'm not going extremely low. The idea is to create length in the sides of the torso. Squeeze the glutes towards the front of the pelvis, lengthen the sides, lengthen the ribs down. And then from here, we are going to add an extra stretch with the left arm overhead. And you can gaze down towards the right big toe if the neck is feeling funny or a little sensitive, okay? It actually can also be that you don't need sensitivity in the neck, but you want to develop a little bit more softness there and lengthen the neck, so this is a good way to do it. Good, then from here, I'm going to reset my left arm up. I'm going to get a hold of that block, bending the front knee. We'll try to go into balance. I'm walking that block a little forward and coming towards the half moon. Lifting that left leg, squeeze the glutes towards each other, opening up towards the ceiling with the chest, and also drawing your abdomen up towards the ceiling. 1 more breath, lifting through the inner thighs, then slowly return, and we come back up to standing, releasing the arms. Beautiful. Let's turn that right foot in and move the left foot out to the top of the mat. I'm going to now move my block behind the left shin to have it there for the second side, okay? We line up usually heel to arch, spread the toes, press into the outer edge of your back foot, press into the base of your toes, also in the front foot. And from here, we extend through the arms. Glutes are active. We lengthen through the sides. And then I'm gonna bring that left hand into the left leg, right arm up. 5 times, we are going to do that sliding, okay? So I'm going down a little, and then back up. And down, and up. Squeeze those glutes. Down, and up. One more. Good, and now when I'm coming back down, if you want, you can catch that block for extra support. Lengthen through the sides, roll the shoulders back. You can gaze down if you want, or up. And then I'm adding that right arm coming over the head for an extra side opener. Left shoulder back. Draw the belly from left to right. Draw the chest from left to right. And keep extending through that right arm if you can, towards the left. Glutes are squeezing in. The action of the glutes is always supporting your lower back, developing more core, okay? Good, then from there I'm sending my right arm up, catch your block, so you can travel with it, bend the front knee, and from there we go into half moon. Press into the left big toe, widen through the front of your pelvis, bring the sacrum in, lift that belly from left to right, opening up, push through that right heel, toning the legs without locking your knees. And then we slowly take it back towards standing. Here we go. Beautiful. Okay, bring the left foot in, heel toe your feet and shake a little bit here. Good, we'll come into a transition from here. So I'm going to come onto my knees, like if we are coming into a child's pose, but we're going to use it for a little bit of a flow, okay? So what I'm going to do from here, look, is to go from, my legs are a little closer than the child's pose. So I'm a little closer in my thighs, and I'm going to do a little movement flow. So watch it one time. So from being down, I'm going to open to the side and lift. Then I'm coming back down, and then open to the opposite side and lift. Okay, so we're going to go a few times like that, down and up. Let's go like if we are starting into a child's pose, and we'll move to the right side first. So from there, I'm kind of like moving arms all the way to the right, then pressing into my right hand so I can lift. Then coming back through the child's pose towards the left. I'm opening, and then back down, and then to the right and lift. Sacrum in, lift the spine. Good, then down again. Remember, we are trying to create extension in the front of the spine, and then back down. One more, side to side, lifting up and down, and lifting up and down. Good, now we widen the knees and we take a child's pose here. Give yourself a moment to reset the breath and to notice the sensations in the side body, in the lower back. Maybe you need to breathe a little bit more into the lumbars. And an opportunity here as we bow to connect to your intention, to use this opportunity to re-examine our breath, the thoughts, the ways that we talk to ourselves, and perhaps unconsciously, how we project those ways into others in the world around us. A few more breaths to settle. Good. 2 more full cycles. And then slowly from there, we lift up, we place the palms so we can move up to downward facing dog. So I'm spinning my fingertips out a little bit, bringing my knees behind my hips. And then from there, tucking the toes, going back up, downward facing dog, stretching the spine, pushing the mat away, drawing the pubic bone up, ribs down, firming the hips, toning the legs. Take a deep inhalation here. And exhale. Good, now we're going to try and add a little bit of strength for the upper body, okay? So I'm going to keep pushing into the mat, but I'm going to try and firm my left hand, left arm a lot with that external rotation in the upper arm bone and send my right arm up towards the ceiling, as you can see behind me. Then slowly bring it back, release. And we go for the second side. Push with your hand, extend through that right side, send the left arm up and back. Keep that external rotation in the upper arm bone in your right, then bring the arm back and release. Again, let's go with the first side. Push the mat with your left hand, tone that upper back, and come back. Second side. And slowly coming back. Good, now we are going to come into plank pose and we are going to try and recreate what we just did. It's a challenge. Push into the left hand, extend through the right arm and see if you can bring that right arm back behind you. Then back forward and down. Reset that plank, push the mat away, Draw the belly up. Good. Left arm forward. Bring it back. Try to keep the chest facing down. Left arm forward. Back to plank. Bring the knees down. Ah, good. Okay, now we are going to, I'm going to go with the left side first so you can see me. I'm going to bring the left shin out to the side and come towards a supported side plank. For this, I usually put my left hand a little bit further away from my shoulder so it's not right under. Good. And keep the right hand onto the right hip first so you can spin the chest and the belly up. Good. We are supported here, so we start with this and then we send the right arm up. Open up through the chest, firm the glutes, lengthen the sacrum. Good. There's an option here if you want. For that option, you have to press that right foot firmly onto the floor or the mat, and then bring the left leg right in front for the side plank. Shoulder blades towards one another. Open the chest up. Then bring that left knee down again. We go back to the tabletop. Good, I'm switching sides so you can see me second side, same idea. Now I'm going to spin my right shin to the side. My right hand is not directly under my shoulder, but a little bit further forward. And then I'm going into the supported side plank, push into the left outer edge of your foot, squeeze the glutes in, open through the chest, left arm up. Feel that length pushing through the left foot. Lifting the energy from your inner arch up. Good. This is a very good way to practice the shape, so don't push yourself to go to the second part if it's too much, okay? Shoulder blades towards one another. Good. Glutes need to be active, and then option if you want to try and send that right leg, right foot in front of the left. Push through both feet, open up. One more breath. Good, then we put that right knee back down, back to the tabletop, and sit back for a moment. Good, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and I'll show you another thing that we are doing today, working lymphatic system. So I'm going to sit, and I'm going to put my right knee like the tree pose. I'm bending, I'm showing you like, actually I can stay like this. Let's switch. So right knee bends, and I'm bringing the foot in, the other leg is extended, okay? We're going to do a few things here. If you want, you can watch it once. So I'm going to start towards the leg that is extended first. We're going to create a stretch, an opening, and activation of the hip flexors as well, okay? A little bit a back bend as well. So from here, I'm going to first side open towards that left side. Then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to step or press into the right knee so I can lift up and create that back bend. And then I'm coming back towards my seat and going back to that side open, okay? So let's go together. You got the idea? So I'm going from one end to the other side. I'm coming back. We are going to try and repeat it a few times, and then we switch. We go towards the left leg first, side opening, sliding, okay? Let's go. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Left hand down, we lift up, coming up and over. Then we return. Side body opening the right side. We come back, and then again, press into the knee, into the right foot, open up, sorry, left foot, and then return. One more, side opening, and then moving all the way to the other side, and lifting up, nice. Coming back, and sit. Super. Once you're there, before we switch sides, we keep the same shape in the legs. Inhale, arms up overhead. You may need a block or a bolster or something in front, and then we are going to fold over. It doesn't matter if you don't go super far, but if you want, put something in front of you, and then fold. Push through the extended leg, make that knee face up to the ceiling, push through the heel, and lengthen the trunk, draw the lower belly up, release the head. Two more breaths here. And then slowly walk yourself back up to sitting. Nice, good. Let's extend right leg and bring the left heel in. We are going to switch sides, okay? Good. Now we are going to start with that side opener towards the right, and then we take the back bend with it, okay? So 3 or 4 times we'll try to do it. We go down, opening that side. Then we slowly come up, press into that left hand, push into the left knee, open up. Then we come back to the sit, sliding, opening the side. Go with your breath, lifting up, coming back to the sit, opening up. 2 more, up, lifting, opening the front spine, the front body, slowly back. Last one. Good, then coming back to the sit. Keep the shape of the legs as they are. Extend through that right leg. Make that knee point up to the ceiling. Push through the heel. Sit tall. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Nice. And then exhale and fold. 3 full cycles here. Good, and then slowly walking back towards the seat. Good. Bring that right knee, right foot in until the soles of the feet are touching. Hold the feet with your hands. And from there, lift the spine, roll the shoulders back, opening up through the chest. Feel the spinal cord from the base of your pelvis lifting up to the crown of the head, and let the inner thighs widen out to the sides. Without forcing them down, just lengthen from the groins to the inner knees. Keep bringing the chest in between the armpits, lift it up. Keep the jaws soft and the chin of your chest. 2 more breaths. Good, and then slowly release through the hands. Bring the knees towards one another, extend through the legs, and shake them a little, okay? I'm coming to the mat. Good. From here, we are going to bend both knees so you can press into your mat with your feet. Good. Let's draw that abdomen in, lifting up from the bottom of the pelvic floor, send the lower back in. Catch the underside of your legs, and then lift your knees and shin, until they are parallel to the floor. Good. We are trying not to drop the spine or the abdomen, so we are lifting everything up, rolling the shoulders back, shoulder blades down, draw the navel up. Good. Option here to extend the arms. Remember in the very beginning that we had the block in between the feet. Imagine you have that block and you want to extend that block out. Good, then bring the knees in, cross one shin over the other, sit up. Good, super. Let's bring the feet again into the mat and come onto our backs for a moment. Feel the lower back, let it reset. Cross the right leg on top of the left one and bring them both in, just hugging the knees in, or you can catch the feet if you want. One more breath. Good, and then we switch, left leg over. Bring your feet towards you or the shins, 3 breaths. Good. And then slowly release. Good. From here, roll over to one side for a moment and take a block. And we are going to do another work that, like I've been doing this week, for opening. So I'm going to try and use the highest point of my block and put it right under my sacrum. So I'm going very tall. So you go as tall as you can manage today. Walk the shoulders down and into one another behind the chest. So I'm tucking those shoulders in. And then from here, I'm going to try, and I'm starting on my right side, to bring my toes towards my hand. And I'm trying to place the top of my foot, right? So instead of the sole, the top of the foot, to press down onto my mat. This can be a little bit intense, so you go as far as it feels that it's okay for you. Keep walking those shoulder blades or tucking them in, and we take a few breaths here. Opening the front chain of the body, accessing those hip flexors, going into the psoas muscle, and moving into those lymph nodes that are usually gathered in the groins, in the armpits. One more breath of this side. And then slowly release that foot. Put it back down into the shape of the bridge pose. Take a deep breath. And then we'll switch sides. So I'm going to go and catch my left foot. If you can, you catch the foot, or you bring it a little closer. And I'm putting the top of that foot on the sticky mat, trying to gently press onto the mat and taking a few breaths. This is a good opportunity to also create more opening in the lungs, the chest, the heart area, by moving the tops of the shoulders down, expanding laterally from the center of your chest out to the sides. My right foot is grounded, pressing through the center of the heel, the base of the toes. One last breath on this side. And then slowly take that left foot towards the regular shape of the bridge. Good. Very slowly, we are going to push into the feet to lift the pelvis. Take that block to the side. And then very gently, we bring one vertebra down at the time. And we reset the whole track. Good. Now we cross the shins, like sitting cross-legged. We catch the feet and we bring them in to reset the lower back. You can rock a little bit from side to side or just stay at the center. Breathing into your kidneys and the lower back. Good. And then just switch sides. Put the opposite shin on top. Bring your feet in like cross-legged. Pressing into the lower back muscles. One more breath. Good. Then slowly release both legs down. Good. We are going to extend the left leg, bring your right knee into the chest, open the right arm to the side, and bring that right knee over to the left. If you need to shift the hips for space like I'm doing, do so. And then bring the chin to the right. Drop the shoulders as much as possible. Let gravity bring that right leg over to the other side, shoulders heavy. Last breath on this side, relaxing the face, tongue, jawline, cheeks. Then we come back to center, reset the hips, extend the right leg, bring the left knee in, hug it in for a moment, then bring that knee towards the right, opening the left arm to the side or overhead, it can be as well, chin to the left, relaxing the shoulders here. Soften the eyelids, the forehead, your ears. Let your body slowly start returning to the support of earth. Stay there for one more breath. Good, and then slowly return to center. Bring both knees to the chest and rock them from side to side. Good. And then the option, girls, as you know, to bring the legs up towards a support. Or if you don't have the support or you don't want to go to a wall or anything like that, put the block underneath the pelvis. We have some time to do the posture without the wall and then come down, okay? So open up again through the chest, feel the collarbones lengthening, and also almost like if they are floating a little bit up. So let them widen and lift lightly. Move those shoulder blades behind the chest, almost like tucking them in, and make the inner legs lift up, creating power from the pelvis up, all the way to the inner heels. I'm timing a little bit of time here to stay with that cooling inversion. One more full inhalation. Exhaling through the nose. And then slowly bring the knees towards the chest, put the feet down. Nice. Take that block out to the side if you have that support underneath. Good, and we'll move from here into Shavasana. So find your way to any of the props or support that you have. Release, slowly moving to the end of this practice, allowing for this moment to be the moment of letting go, the opportunity to integrate the whole practice physically, energetically, emotionally, and deeper into our spirit. The practice of yoga must reduce both physical and mental impurities. It must develop our capacity for self-examination and help us to understand that in the final analysis, we are not the masters of everything we do. If the practice of yoga does not help us to remove the symptoms and causes of our physical and mental problems, it cannot lead us to discovering our own inner being and does not lead us to understanding the nature and quality of our actions. In such circumstances, the practice will be of doubtful validity. The more we refine ourselves through yoga, the more we realize that all our actions need to be re-examined systematically, and we must not take the fruits of our actions for granted. Receive a deep inhalation through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. Take a moment to return to your body, to the place you are in, and then slowly invite some wiggling of the fingers, toes, maybe moving your feet and your hands, anything that feels appropriate, gradually inviting the body to reanimate or awaken. Keeping the face soft, the eyes kind. Whenever you feel ready, bending the knees, roll over to one side and press up to a seat to close this journey together. As we sit tall, we join the palms together in gratitude in front of the heart, taking a moment as we sit tall to again bring awareness to our physical body, the breath, our energetic layer, thoughts, emotions, and the opportunity to sit in gratitude to all our teachers. This practice holding us in life to move from suffering towards joy and peace, to move from misunderstanding to clarity, to move from the place of loving kindness into the world around us. In gratitude to all of you for being here with me today, we bow in. Namaste.